Scour the town and all walls. Time is meaningless past Act 1. Nothing changes until you change it. Oh. Oh, okay. Thank you very much for that info, Big Al. I didn't realize that. I was kind of still operating with the idea that, as with Bled and Mark and Tunon, that by making choices based on time, I was likely to annoy some people. But okay. That is very, very useful information. Thank you. We'll start at the top and we'll work our way down. How's this settler doing? I'm moving. I've lost too many friends here. How about you? If isn't edicts that threaten our lives, it's people like Randamon, and the tears isn't in short supply. Okay? Archeand Bronze. Greetings and salutations, the jolly merchant greets you with a smile and a clap on the shoulder, and welcome to Lethian's Crossing, home of the best merchant in the entirety of the tiers. He pauses no wings. That would be me. Archeand Bronze at your service, he bows. What can I do for you? I'd like to see your ways. I wouldn't, actually, but... Oh, or maybe I would. Maybe I actually would. Oh, wow. An iron ring. But look at that. Accelerates recovery on kill. Yeesh. Bronze Spear. Superior. Staff of Enigma. We'd lose the Entertainer. So probably not on that one. Grounding Garbs. Grounding plus 10 armor versus shock. Plus the deflection. Heavy bronze armor, light leather gauntlets. Plus 5% deflection. Plus 4 precision, plus 10 unarmed DPS. But it increases recovery a bit. Whereas for you, this would just be a straight up improvement, so we'll take that. Soft set heal wraps. These better. Disengagement defense. Don't you already have something with on rogues? I'm sure you do. I'm fairly certain you do, actually. If I got those as well, that would allow you to do quite a lot more. Core rooting is an accent we've already got. Illusion core. Oh. Now then. Bleeding. I likes. Quite a lot. Spell reflection. Wow. This cloak doesn't protect from the elements, but the reflective fabric bends light at strange angles. Wise, plus 10% will defense. Those are both amazing. There's no way we're going to be able to afford that, mind you, but still quite amazing. Let's see what I can sell for that. Because I'm going to have to sell a fair chunk. I think it's probably time that we started getting rid of at least the common items that we've got. What's in Ruin? Yeah, you can go. Let's get rid of all the common items and then we'll have a look through the ones that aren't common. Little by little. Actually, we've made a decent amount of money there. Well, that's not so bad. The bronze dagger is... well, I can't really afford it, so... Superior weapon. It's a one-handed weapon. No, I think that's good enough trade. Thank you. Now that goes up to you. No, that's fine. These go down to you. Right, so... Do you not have something that's got... Yeah, of rogues. So your subterfuge is going to be crazy good. Go ahead. Straight up improvement. And then these ones also... Oh. Not a straight up improvement. I thought they were. I'd lose deflection and disengagement defense, but that massive improvements to your subterfuge is gonna just be way too good. 80 subterfuge now. That's kind of ridiculous. I deeply approve. And the spell. The Sigil of Bleeding. Is that something we... Oh, is that not? Sigil Fly? No. Nothing there. Alright, there we are. Bleeding Affliction to... Just any spell? Surely not. No. I'm going to assume it's a thing for force. Yeah. Bleeding Afflictions to spells. I wonder, though, could I add it to fire? I could. But I would have to choose then. So it's not as great. For example, yeah, I'd have to make choices. Still, Unravel Minds could be used with this, though it's ridiculous expensive to do. 75, 80. Yeah, I mean, bleeding would be quite nice. Drop your cooldown, for example, in order to add bleeding to it. Oh, almost. One off. But that would be ridiculous. Unravel Minds just suddenly just start gushing blood from their nose. And if we increase the strength, then we can just imagine it's now also actually leaking out of their tear ducts and from their ears, just liquefying their mind with the horrible visions that I'm implanting. Okay. Welcome, welcome, a merchant emotions you. What can I get for you today? Be sure to stock up before you leave. There's plenty of wilds between here and the Bastard City. We will find something for you. I'm not sure we will, because I'm actually getting quite poor now. It's good to see all these things you've got. A bow, not really something I'm looking for. Iron throwing dagger. Oh, you don't particularly have much. Merchant Basilia. Good day to you. Might I interest you in a matter of provisions? Who knows what might run outside of Lethian's crossing. Okay, some potions. I'm not at all against these. Frost, lightning, already got them, so that's fine. Don't need those right now. Yes, I accept.
On it.
Merchant Praxis, let's have a chat with you. Hello, Aavak. Good day to you, my fine friend. Could I interest you in small wares? Yes. I know we'll find you something you need. I am mostly interested in things along the lines of more magic. I will have a look at other things, but mostly interested in that. Do the rooms of raids, blah, 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 bridges. Yeah, we've already seen that part. Have a quick loot around up here. Cool. Oh, wait. Damn it. It's not what I wanted. Get all these down there. Never trusted that right in my fellow. Not even Haven is safe from this wall. Actually, we should probably be sneaking so I can find more things.
Soft, soft, soft.
You can find a lot of trade goods here in Lethian's Crossing. This constant fighting can't be good for business in the settlement. No, I imagine it is not. Anything over there? No. Honestly, it's at this point we are mostly relying on versus subterfuge. At 80, I imagine we'll find quite a lot of things. You were looking through Twitch and saw you had a name very similar. Well, that's a pretty cool reason to follow. I hope you find the content to your liking as well. Good day to you. Really? Not gonna chat? Oh.
No one will see me.
Very well. Callian. Fatebinder, over here. I would speak to you. Greetings, Fatebinder. I understand that you helped us out when the Brotherhood attacked. Now that things have calmed down, I was wondering if you could help me. My sister, Kaelia, disappeared when the Brotherhood showed up, and I haven't seen her since. She seems to have this idea that Lethian's crossing would do better in the hands of the Bronze Brotherhood. I've tried to persuade her otherwise, but she won't listen. Knowing her, she is probably looking for a way to join the Brotherhood as soon as they arrived. People are saying that they headed towards Deserter's March when they ran off. Will you look for her? I have no means of doing it myself. I'm not a fighter. I have no skills in confrontation. I should get it about it. He says, of course, I'll see what I can find out. Find her for you. Expect something. No, I'll just go with that one. She means the world to me, and I'm sick with worry. His expression falls again, but this time there's a distant shadow of hope. I will do everything I can. Blind ambition. Okay. So Deserter's March. And, you know, while I'm at it, I'll just check out your house as well. Hey, Vanya. Yeah, some days chat is a little bit more subdued. It quite often happens when I start streaming, like coming up to midnight. I mean, a decent amount of my viewers are European, or operate more on European-centric time zones. The beverage right now is my guilty pleasure of Dr. Pepper. I don't often have a glass of Dr. Pepper, but I do quite enjoy it when I do. I try not to have it much, so that it's always that much more delicious when I do. I was quite pleased when I discovered that Casa was a kindred spirit and likes Dr. Pepper as well. Happy days with those. Right, we've got the base of the spire down here, no doubt. That would have been the... Yeah, okay, well, that's kind of silly. It's gone now. Could possibly go in there, maybe, but we'll have a wander around. We have to be safe in our own homes. What's going to happen next? All this violence and death needs to stop. Big Al, I'm playing tier 2 while looking here. What's my excuse for being quiet? That's a good excuse. Aavak, thank you for posting most of your streams on YouTube. Lets me watch these when at work. Oh, you're more than welcome, Terrace Man. I'm really glad that you find it useful. These long load times, though. The load time's so long. So painful long. There we go. We'll have a look down in the Forger, Forgemark Apprentice. With all this destruction, we should probably move to another city. Yeah, probably. How are you guys doing after the attack? What can I do for you? Nah, nothing right now. Welcome, friend. No, it's good. We're fine. Let's head in. I'm probably going to be playing for at least another 5 or so hours, I imagine. Laura. Denya is a capable warrior as she is a smith. I can only imagine her restraint with Ritamon. It's for the sake of the Magebane and the people of Lethian's Crossing. I'm going to be out of assistance. Eldian mentioned you might need some help. Yes, actually. That goat fucker Ritamon really made a mess of this settlement. Not only did he capture the head of our order, but he also killed several of my forge hands. She smashes her fist into a nearby table, launching several metalworking tools into the air. Didn't you say that when people emerge with those tools, a dropped hammer could stop their heart? Let's just hope that no one's currently attached to those tools. As much as I'd love to personally track down the bastard, I'm duty-bound to stay and fulfill the commitment to the armies. I was going to send some of my own to tackle a few problems, but now we're barely enough hands to keep these fires stoked. If you've got the time, I could really use your help with a missing shipment. Well, I can certainly help. Okay. I'll supply the armies with fewer forgeborn present. Not easily, I can assure you. Were you to double our ranks, the task would still be monumental. We cannot easily expand guild membership. Our art is a painstaking craft, and few have the aptitude for it. We are, sadly, chronically short on apprentices. Those that do join still face many risks. Our process is demanding, to say the least. To achieve perfection, we bind our physical selves to hammer and flame, but doing so invites harm to the undisciplined. Many an overzealous apprentice has attempted to impress me, striking the hot metal until their very hearts burst. Laura is unmoved by the recollection, her mouth a taut line. In truth, the reckless ones will never make it. Better to find out sooner rather than later. I mean, I guess I can see where you're coming from with that. Also, don't mind me, Ramon, I'm just putting my hair up. There we go. Right. But their scarcity does make them important. Even the apprentices that shame you with their foolishness. She sighs, reluctant to continue. Fatebinder, I've a favour to ask you. If I may. You may. One of my younger charges, Garrick, strayed too far from the forge. I know a man of his age is beset with wanderlust, but he should have realised we have to stay close to the forge for good reason. Garrick was out during the Bronze Brotherhood raid, and he has not returned. I fear he may be dead, but I would welcome someone spying on the Brotherhood to see if they are holding him, and naturally rescue him if he's still alive. And if he's dead, their gaze falls to the ground. If he's dead, bring me his tools so that they may be returned to his master. Garrick mentioned that he heard of a rare and exotic Old World's material falling into the Brotherhood hands. I fear he may have been inspired to seek out the rumoured entrance to the Old Worlds along Haven's northeast border in the Twin Rivers area. The Brotherhood supposedly operate there. If you hear of any such camps in the location, then you do well to start your search there. I know of a Brotherhood camp at Twin Rivers. Okay, very good. He certainly must have gone there. She shakes her head. The recklessness of youth. Did he expect to risk the Bane to help him in his search? To ask the Bane, sorry. Tell me more about the missing shipment. She raises an eyebrow. Our last iron delivery was light. The Bronze Brotherhood has been attacking forge-bound caravans for years, and even though the ore is useless to them, they attack our porters just to spite us. Their face takes on a sour expression. I probably shouldn't mention this, but if you're going to be helping me, you deserve to know everything. There were some very important weapons being sent back to us, hidden in that shipment. We need to repair them and get them back to the hands of the soldiers. My hunch is that killing our porters and taking their rations was enough. They'd have no cause to lug around a bunch of rocks back to their camp, and I don't think they knew the weapons were there. At least I hope they didn't. Our man meant to travel through the dense forests of Deserter's March. We don't know his precise route, as our porters often improvise on the road to avoid encounters with bandits. I know that isn't much to go on. I'm sorry. Well, I know a spot in Deserter's March with known Brotherhood activity. That's as good a start as any. It's certainly plausible that the porter moved through there. Okay, I must be going. Leave no one behind. We've got a lot of things. This is amazing. This is what I like about these kinds of games. So many things to do. There's nothing I want, so it's fine. Oh, take care, Tiersman. I hope you enjoy your work. There we go. Alright, well, we know you haven't got anything to say. But you might. Over here, I need your help. Fatebinder. Dea cries out to you. I need your help, it's terrible. Her voice breaks and she wipes her hand across her eyes. My wife is dead. Oh no. She puts her face in her hands and sobs. Poor Phaedra. She pulls her hands away, her fierce passion in her eyes. She was slain by the Bronze Brotherhood. This cannot be allowed to stand. I demand a Fatebinder's justice. Yeah. So if you're lost but people are killed in war, I can't find her killer. But how do you know it was the Brotherhood? You lost a loved one. Join the queue. I'm gonna... Yeah, we noticed things. You didn't seem very happy to have her around yesterday. You presume to know my feelings? Just because I don't fawn over her, I don't love her? Because I don't smile and swoon when she speaks, I'm unhappy? How dare you? She puts a hand over her eyes and sobs. I I thought there may have been some sort of possible thing going on there that maybe it wasn't the Brotherhood, but maybe that was a bit of an unfair assessment. I can find her killer, but how do you know it was the Brotherhood? The necklace. Her hands moved to her neck, tracing the bare skin. She was wearing the necklace I gave her when he... She burst into tears. It was a younger man. Her words tremble with her sobs. Sandro. She whispers the name in a lowered tone. He struck her dead and took the necklace. I was paralyzed. I froze. I just... watched. Her eyes well up as more tears overtake her. I don't know. There's a lot of law going on here. Bearing false witness can lead to even more murder. Are you sure it was Sandro and not some other Brotherhood mercenary? Of course, I'm sure. I would recognize Sandro anyway. The angry tone in her voice rises. He and Phaedra were friends once. They had a falling out years ago over some trivial matter. He must still be angry about it. I think he took the necklace as a token. You know how these mercenaries are. Okay. There's something wrong with that. I'll be back after I find Sandro. Hey, Casa Cariat. How are you doing? Kill Sandro and please bring back the necklace. The thought of those thugs pawning it. She rests her hand in her head in her hands and sobs. You can't let him get away with this. The Brotherhood's hideout is somewhere in Twin Rivers. Kill him and give me some peace. Oh, there's something not entirely right there. You probably should be asleep, yeah. I mean, it is 5:30 for you. Or maybe you should be getting up now. Maybe therein is the problem. No, nothing in there for me to have a look at. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to pop back in. I shouldn't have come back out. You wanted to see if I was going to bed as well. Not for several hours, my sweetie, but I will Snapchat you when I'm heading off. I probably should have had a proper look around. Ooh, what's this? Bronze Brotherhood mace. I'll take it. I'll sell it somewhere. Anything else down here? New. Okay, time for me to head back up then. Something just seems odd there. Let's grab. Yoink. Let's just light leather gauntlets. Lethian's mistress tends to attract all manner of people, mostly the unsavory type. Okay. I'd say I care for bloodshed, but I'm relieved the garrison is gone. Let's see what's going on in here. Will do, Casa. This wall appears to have been damaged years ago, but is never properly repaired. We aren't even safe in our own homes. What will happen next? Oh, this violence and death needs to stop. It should, hopefully, at some point. Maybe. Ooh. Imperial, sorry, a great bow. Maybe. Right. Well, we'll just sit here for a second while I have a look if this great bow is better. One better armor penetration, but this one has explosive. I don't know, I think this bow is probably a little bit better, honestly. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Even though this one has an ability, I don't think it's necessarily the best one to have, but you can have it instead. There we go. It's a little bit more useful, but honestly, I very much doubt I'm ever going to use a bow. I've got magic for killing things at range.
No one will see me.
I'm not going to be too stealthy right now. Well, I guess we could stealth while walking along here since we haven't before. Travelers often stop by the market before they head out of town. Never know what you'll need. Now this should go up past where the helmet was. Unfortunately, we were a bit too late to check it out properly, but oh well. I'm sorry to hear you had a migraine, Bilal. I hope it's passed. Oh, there we go.
Curious.
Indeed. Good, some gems. Though it cascades down alone, some settlers believe that the waterfalls split from a single source somewhere above the old walls. Looks like I could go into the spire. I'm moving. I've lost too many friends here.
Sorry, I can't.
That might be worth going in. During clear mornings, the western waterfall reflects the rising sun in a beautiful display of colour. Portugal won't sell anything to us settlers. Well, to be fair, it's not really theirs to sell. From what I understand, it probably belongs to Kairos. Okay. Well, that looks like all we can do here for the time being. Should we see if we can go into the... if we can go into the spire? Maybe. I'm gonna crawl my way over there though, just to keep safe from missing any loot. Because everyone knows if I miss loot, then basically my life is over. How dare I even call myself a gamer, right? Okay. Let's try and get inside here and see what's going on. They did say that this would be open for me when I returned, but... Can I get in? Must gather my party before venturing forth. Cassa asks, what do you call a social Norwegian? I don't know.
Moving cautiously.
Abnormal? From what you tell me of Norwegians, they're not a particularly extroverted lot. There's an eerie glow of unknown origin coming from the depths of this pit. Very well. Drunk. Ah, well, yeah, I suppose. What else have we got in here? Bits and bobs. Be that, though. We are definitely going to creep our way around here. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Could you hear the secret behind that wall? That's a marvellous, truly. Right, we've got a new potion. Greater healing potions. Yes, you're absolutely getting those. Sure, we'll have potions of elemental barrier on you. A note from the Iron Guard Vintara. As per our verbal agreement, you are allowed entry into the old walls at Lethian's Crossing, with the explicit instructions to find a path to the Bronze Brotherhood campsite on the other end. Any items acquired inside the old walls will be yours to keep in exchange for your help in this matter. Alright. Interesting. Wait, that's still glowing, why? Oh, it's because there's camp supplies in there, that's annoying. Oh. I should take all of that. I can hear something going on. Heavy leather gloves, that's fine. That goes deeper. Let's not do that yet. Let's continue to have a look around. And cover some distance because we've already been here, so... Donk.
I'll be your shadow.
The door creates a near-perfect seal with the surrounding walls. Along its surface, you see several chips and shallow gouges from failed attempts to force it open. There is nothing to interact with on this on its panels, and you surmise that it was never meant to be opened from the side. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. But this is the only side I'm on. These floor stones have been broken recently. Bits of metal nearby would suggest it was the result of careless soldiers. Okay. More gems. No, don't interact with that yet. Let's open these first. Then see what we can do. Bronze dagger, merchant tunic, iron gauntlets, some more gems. Interesting rune. This sunken relief, though heavily damaged, is clearly meant to depict a runic symbol similar to the one you saw at Ascension Hall. The relief is incomplete, and as the final form of the rune is unknown. Take a charcoal rubbing. Make a charcoal rubbing of the relief's shape to help discern the rune's design. Pressing charcoal to parchment, you capture a blurry but proportionate image of the ancient relief. With enough collected imprints, it may be possible to reconstruct the original shape of the rune. Ah. Okay. Examine a mysterious rubbing. While exploring, you acquired a charcoal. Perhaps examining the rubbing further might help you determine its importance. Have I got it somewhere? Scroll. No, that won't be it, I imagine. Potion recipe. Obsidian fragment. Charcoal rubbing in here, maybe. Sage's notes. Complete passphrase. Sturdy metal pole. Okay. To determine the significance of the rubbing, a portion of the unknown sigil has been recorded on the scroll. The charcoal imprint is rough and incomplete, leaving the full design a mystery for now. After examining the rubbing, you found that it was only a partial image of a symbol that is reminiscent of the one you saw in Ascension Hall at Vendrin's Well. Continue your search to determine what its significance might be, or search for more of the image. Also, I want to check on Widow's Revenge. Sandra and Twin Rivers. Travel there and confront him. Will do.
Sorry, I can't.
Alright, well, we're going deeper into the into this area, it looks like. I would like you to be stealthed, though, when we do.
I'm ready to go. Hunt, stalk, prowl.
Shh, do it quietly. Spell sigils can be found throughout the world of
Mother
Paradise.
always told me to stay away from spires. Not that I ever listened.
Good to know. Oh, I'm going to have to turn that on, aren't I? Yes, I am. I may be able to get more of the rubbing over here, though, and that'll be based on my lore. So I guess if I didn't have the lore, I wouldn't be able to do it. This chamber immediately reminds you of Ascension Hall. An intricate rune running along the floor can only mean one thing. You stand at the feet of a great spire. Each step you take echoes across a great distance. As you gaze upward, the sage-coloured walls quickly give way to unending blackness. The rune in the centre of the floor is inactive, and the silence of the hall offers no clues as to its use or function. You feel a slight tug in your chest, a faint echo of the energy that enveloped you at Vendrian's Well. Let's get another rubbing if we can. This sunken relief, though heavily damaged, is clearly meant to depict a runic symbol similar to the one you saw at the Ascension Hall. Let's get that. Pressing the chocolate parchment, you capture a blurry but proportionate image of the ancient. Though the drawn rune remains incomplete, it seems likely that the completed design is asymmetrical in nature. Should the need arise, you could reasonably guess its original shape. There we go. Okay, stirring visions. Okay. After examining the rubbing, you found it was only a partial image. You appear to have uncovered enough of the symbol to see the complete image. Examine it to see what it looks like. Okay, so down. Alright. Shouldn't be too hard to do.
If we knew what glyph we needed, I'll bet we could unlock this puzzle.
Well, yes. These grooves in the floor are inlaid with a dim incandescent material that glimmers upon closer inspection. They appear to intersect at various angles, forming a myriad of potential shapes, similar to the rubbing you found. Okay, let's activate it then. Actually, we don't need the entire party for this, and in fact, let me just have you do it.
I got it.
There we go. Right, okay, so I'm going to connect each one, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. There we go. Now then, I think that is the image we've got. Let's double check it, though. Let's not mess with strange powers that we scarcely understand. Yep, that seems close enough. That does appear to be the right one. What? Aw, man, it resets it. How annoying. Maybe what I need to do is this. Okay, let's try that again. Great to see you as well, Oak. Thank you so much for the resub there, mate. Oh, no start, Casa. I'll speak with you later, sweetie.
On it.
This is not the pattern that I meant to have. What am I doing wrong? Oh, maybe I've got to be stood over here once it's active. Let me have a look at that pattern again. I was sure I was replicating it correctly, but... it seems correct. Unless that's meant to be a circle around in the middle as well. Ah, I think it is meant to be there. Yeah, it looks like there's a faint circle there.
Will do.
I think the circle is going around. Well, it's easy enough for us to find out, so... there we go. Ah, there we are. Perfect. Okay. Looks like we're going up. And... whomp. I think this may be the first time that... well, it's definitely the first time that Siren and Kills in Shadow were with me when I activated a tower. Kills in Shadow has been up to a tower before, though. The arcane light courses skyward, trailing off towards the horizon in the direction of Vendrian's Well. You feel the ground ripped out from beneath you, and yet again as you drift back into the warmth of the energy, surrounding you. Your awareness stretches beyond the limit of the spire, pulling in many directions at once. The light you saw arcing through the sky reminds you of the tether you feel to the top of Vendrian's Well. This too is a point of connection, and you are an inextricable part of it, bound as surely as the spires are to each other. The Sunset Spire in Lethian's Crossing feels burdened by its age, as if a central linchpin somewhere in its core has withered the centuries of opposing weight and longs to topple. Weathered, sorry. The surge of energy that courses through you, forming a link with Vendrian's Well, strengthens the very stones beneath your feet. The structural weakness you detected vanishes, replaced by confidence that could keep this tower standing for millennia. Kills in Shadow. Have not seen heaven lands from so high before. From bird's view. Looks like looking at home and trees and shadows from here. Can spot where Shadow Hunter tribe kept den, where Beast Woman hunted and fought and bred. She tilts her snout in the eastern direction, crimson eyes soft with emotion. If I threw a dagger from up here, I wager I could split a man on the ground in half. Damn, but I want to try. Really, Vez? Who knew that all this was up here while I sat below, wasting my time trying to gather a group of followers from the refugees in Lethian's Crossing? The untapped power in the spire is astounding. I must find out how to get some. The spire feels like a relay between you and Vendrian's Well, bringing some transference of energy on an enormous scale. Bridging. You are the first link of a chain that stretches the length of the realm. As you struggle to understand this sensation, you grow aware of whispers all around you. I'm going to listen to them. The whispers themselves seem to travel down the tether between you and your spires, conducting heat that feels at times unbearable. They speak of your actions, your choices, everything that led you to this place. Your name is known, your banner recognized, your deeds reported across the tiers and the Northern Empire alike. For an instant, you can see the accumulated hope and fear these whispers represent. It appears like dewdrops settling on a leaf, then trickling into a shared basin. This image is fed to you through your connection, a base metaphor that one hints at the true scope, that only hints. There is power in these spires, though its source is unfamiliar. Were you to harness it, you suspect that nothing would stand beyond your reach. I feel strange. Unlocking this spire seems to have opened some deeper connection. Air now thrums with power, beats like heart and hooves of running stag. Fast, hard, fast. Has given Alpha mystic claws and mystic fangs. I feel it too. The air is thick up here, isn't it? Exactly the opposite of what you'd expect. The magic up here is almost physical. You look taller, somehow. Like you could command a dozen gangs without any challengers to knife you in the back. I love the way that verse thinks. Okay, your power has increased. You acquired Sunset Spire. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I can do things. Okay. New quest. Seats of Power. Okay. Seats of Power. Claim you have been witness to your own unique ability to ascend to the top of spires. These monolithic structures serve as excellent bases of operation. In order to bolster the war effort in the tiers, you should seek out more spires. I keep trying to say spowers. Perhaps by doing so, you might uncover more of the mystery behind their power and why you have such an affinity to them. 2 out of 5. Across the tiers, there are a number of spires that dot the horizon. The 2 you have claimed have proven to be valuable assets to the war effort in the tiers. Claiming the rest should help you widen your conquest. Alright. Missing shipment. I mean, I've got a lot of things to do. Fire inside. The weight of ages. Oh, the Aegis. Should be able to take care of that. That's a primary quest as well, actually. Artefact Hunter, travel to Twin Rivers. I will take care of that for Barak. I'm going to do that. It is a thing that will happen. Alright. Edicts. Spy edicts. Select a region to view the information about its current edict. Edict of Storms. Okay. Edict of the Realm of Stalwart. No active edicts. No active edicts. No active edicts. Edict of Stone. Okay. Let those who call themselves unbroken, who embrace the chaos of war and defiance of our order, be broken in the storm of our rage. Let our storm rage until the last blade be broken, or the line of regent falls. Those who, in pride and arrogance, stand against the peace and order of our empire shall be ground beneath the stones of their land. Let those who call themselves unbroken, who embrace the chaos of war in defiance of our order, be broken in the storms of our rage. Let our storm rage until the last blade be broken. In the last year of Kyra's conquest, when the Archon Cain rebelled against the Overlord's rule, and the edict was proclaimed upon the realm of Azure. To preserve our peace, the promise of safety to our citizens, all Archons must submit to our will. Any Archon who refuses proper submission must be brought to justice. Therefore, the foundations of Azure be shattered, and life drain from the land while the traitor Cain draws breath. If that's still active, then Cain is still alive. I thought he was dead. Interesting. Right, Mountain Spire, Vendrin's Well. Sunset Spire, Lethian's Crossing. Oh, that's the mysterious devices there. The ancient device, perched atop the mountain spire in Vendrin's Well, is the product of a forgotten age. It's unclear what function it once had, or if it can be used again. Resting in this spire grants a bonus to all skills. Oh. I can do all sorts of things. Okay. It provides food to take into battle. Baitbinder with the ability to change what skills you are proficient in. Can't afford them. Kenrick, a smith who regularly produces weapons. Tanara, a skilled trainer who teaches one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons you wield. A Corpse Eye, a battlefield scavenger with many unique items for sale. Sword Breaker, a skilled trainer who teaches one-handed weapon, two-handed weapon, dodge, and athletics. Isolon, a skilled trainer who teaches one-hand weapons, parry, and athletics. Cetus, skilled trainer with unarmed. There's a merchant who, with a motley collection of items for sale, will also create camping supplies periodically. But over here, I can put any of these things. Now, an infirmary, a forge, a training ground, or a library. I think we want a library. I really think we want a library. Constructing a library on a spire allows you to research magical knowledge, edicts, and artifacts. Once built, resting in any spire grants a bonus to lore and all magic skills. Training grounds. Consulting the training grounds allows you to recruit the finest skilled trainers in the tiers. Once built, resting in any spire grants a bonus to accuracy. Forge. Allows you to improve weapons and armor and forge powerful new items once built. An infirmary. The infirmary allows you to brew potions and other consumables. Once built, resting in any spire gives a bonus to endurance. No, we want a library first. I guess we can have all of them in time. Okay. You have acquired a second spire. All spires are linked, allowing you to travel instantly between them. This will reduce your travel time through the tiers. You can craft upgrades. Oh, that would have been useful to see before. Building new structure on top of them. Each upgrade will provide you with different benefits. Click on the spire icon or press H to select an upgrade for your new spire. Upgrades take time and money to build. And money to maintain. If you no longer have the money to maintain an upgrade, it will be suspended and you will no longer receive its benefits until you're able to pay its maintenance cost. There are 5 resources you can find in Kairos tiers that can be used to power upgrades to your spires. They are scrolls, iron ingots, bronze ingots, alchemy supplies, and hide. Each upgrade uses different resources. Okay.